Back at it for another week. The man is moving. He is grooving. Donovan Bailey Running Things. Jason Portwando alongside brethren, the living legend. What is going on, sir? You good?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm in Jamaica, as you
Yep.
know. Still, it's quiet on set right now, which is not good for me. But yeah, I'm good, man. The weather's awesome. I'm sweating already. It was raining yesterday quite a bit. I still have not gone out to the golf course, but I'm going to try and make my way out there. Between the last time we taped and today, it's been very quiet. But I'm very certain that you have some exciting things for us to talk about in the near upcoming weeks or so. It is definitely countdown to the World Championships in Japan, and we have a lot of people sending messages, and there'll be a few more sending messages in the next week or two. So yeah, man, let's get at it.
Yeah, all right, let's do exactly that. The shove seen around the world. Now, Kenny and Noah are both saying that everything is, squashed. It's all good. But do you really believe that?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Track and field is an individual sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said to you the last show, I thought that because I thought that Bednarek was in the inside lane, right? So I thought that Noah actually crossed over and was in his lane, so he just shoved him. But you know what, man? Let me tell you this. You know, one, athletes, you don't need to put your hands on each other, but I think that verbal, friendly rivalry is something I was used to when I was competing. Like I said, there's still, I mean, I talk about this now. There's still athletes I competed against today, Jason, that are still upset that I beat their ass then. I mean, there's still guys who won't even say my name. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm not that emotionally immature that I'm not going to talk about my competitors, good or bad. If they're doing great, I'll talk about them. If they're doing bad, I tend not to criticize because that's not who I am or where I am. But yeah, I think that the rivalry between Kung Fu Kenny and Noah Lyles is fantastic. It's really good for all the other athletes. The 3 or 4 Jamaican sprinters that are making a name for themselves, Zarnell Hughes, Makini Sembini. It's really good for the athletes outside when you have the Americans fighting in camp. If they're fighting in camp, then they're going to go after each other in the individual competitions, and then they're going to have to go on the relay team. What you have to understand is that, especially at the major championships, leading into the major championships, you have to shed your being of any drama, of anything that's going to allow you, to be at a disadvantage to any of your competitors. I mean, so that's why even saying this, I mean, I'm digressing a bit, but that's why even the Sha'Carri and Sha'Carri and Christian Coleman episode, I'm like, man, these are 2 of the best athletes in the world right now. You don't need that kind of headache. You don't need distractions. So friendly rivalry is fantastic. Noah and Kenny are gonna have they're gonna go after each other no matter what. You got Tobago, sitting in the cut. You've got and then again you got Zarnell, you got the Jamaicans. So you got a whole slew of people sitting in the cut watching the drama unfold and seeing if they can come in and take a scalp.
The best part of all this, Silesia coming up on the weekend. Diamond League returns, Kenny versus Noah. Other big names there as well. Coming up on this edition of the program, we are going to preview Silesia. We're going to preview the Gyulai invite, the memorial that is going back to Budapest. Yeah, so that's it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. We haven't mentioned the names Shericka and Shelly-Ann in a while, but both of those back in action coming up tomorrow, as mentioned, Budapest with that invite. And what do we expect? I mean, they're going to be there as well as the other Jamaican, Tina Clayton. Tamari Davis actually is a defending champ. She is not lining up, but those Jamaican ladies, we haven't talked much about them, and now they're going to be back coming up tomorrow.
I mean, Shelly-Ann and Shericka were
Shericka, yeah.
again the top stars in track and field. Period. Not just women, not just female stars. And yeah, I think Shelly is on her farewell season. I'd like to see. I mean, Shelly's not going to show up to the World Championships and not be ready. She's just not going to. That's just not. She's just not built that way. And Shericka still have that same hunger. I want to see what she has. I mean, it's been both of them. I don't think both of them has ran since the national championships, have they? Or the trials in Jamaica?
Don't believe so. Don't believe so.
Okay.
Shelly-Ann, I think she might have had one race.
Right. Either way, I mean, either way, it wasn't significant. So I think that being at a Diamond League in Europe, I pray for warm weather. I want to see what they have. I mean, certainly we have seen what the Jamaican men has done since their trials, and they're definitely sending messages every time someone runs. I mean, God, you've got Kishane sending message, Oblique sending message, Keem Blake sending message, Brian Level sending message. It was 8th place. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing what Shericka does. The reigning champion, I expect her to do battle with Julian Alfred. Shelly-Ann is absolute soldier. So she is going to go out on her shield. She certainly is not going to go to the Olympic Games unless she can vie for a medal. So I am looking forward to this competition.
And you're right. Shelly-Ann has not competed since nationals. It was Shericka, I'm thinking she took part in, I think, a 4x1 or whatever. But yeah, so you know what? For me, I want to see what Shericka has to offer because we've been talking a lot on the women's side when you talk the 100. And of course, the two names that come to the head of the class, Melissa and Julian. I get it, but we can't sleep on Shericka. So I want to see what she's got to offer. I'm expecting her to win this race and wouldn't be surprised if she does it easily. I'm not discounting the other likes of Clayton and Fraser-Pryce, Telu, but Shericka is my pick to win this race. And I know
is it the 100 or is it the deuce or the 100?
This is the 100. This is the 100 we're talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure. Listen, it appeared that Shericka was training through her trials, so I'm very certain that she's gotten some speed work done. She's definitely gotten some power speed work done since trials to now. So yeah, I mean, her velocity would probably be. I'm gonna look for that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I mean, Shericka will be just fine, man. I want to see what she's got, and again, I've spoken about Melissa. The race for gold is between Melissa and Julian. But any of the Jamaicans, any of the three ladies representing Jamaica, step in there, can line up and can go toe to toe. I don't know about 10-6 toe to toe right now,
right?
Which is both Julian and Melissa. But I know that these ladies they're gonna bring it.
Right. I want to see a little something from Shericka. I'm not saying she's got to win, but I wanted to see a little something because you're right. It's been the Melissa and Julian show thus far. Men's side of things, when you're sprinting the 100, I mean, we're going to get Akeem Blake, Ferdinand Omanyala. We're getting in there Saminu Abdul. We're getting Akane Simbine. We're getting Kishane Thompson, Rohan Watson. This is a stacked bunch.
Oh, that's spectacular, dude. I mean, Omanyala. I always say Omanyali, but Omanyala, as you're the pronunciation man. He hasn't ran all year, and he hasn't done anything significant all year. Sambini has been consistent. So what's really good is having these two phenomenal sprinters from Africa, from the continent of Africa, lining up against the Jamaicans in this race. So I think that this is going to be great. If I'm going to pick someone right now, I think that Kishane Thompson. If Kishane executes any race, he'll win it. If he executes uh, in this competition or any other competition for the rest of the year. I mean, at the end of the day, it's for him to lose. His first 30 meters is overwhelmingly more powerful than anybody else, any sprinter now that's competing. And in fact, Jason, the only person that's running probably the first 30 as good as him is his countryman, Oblique Seville. So the execution between both of those athletes are extremely important. I expect Kishane to run well. I also think that you said Akeem Blake is competing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Akeem again, consistency. One of the things about Akeem Blake is he understands that there's a kid named Brian Lavelle clipping at his heels though. So for all the athletes that qualified to compete at the World Championships.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see.
What's the approach like? So if you're competing in this memorial, Budapest, and then days later, some are coming right back to run, at Silesia in terms of the Diamond League. Do you put more importance on one over the other? Are they spaced out enough that you can go full out for both, or what's the approach like for them?
Well, I can tell you what I did. And then obviously my observation of these athletes, I can figure out what's happening. When in any major championship year, I did it like my daily workout was geared towards the World Championships and never the Diamond League, ever. Like never, ever, ever. I never, ever, ever trained to go run fast at a Diamond League. So it's always geared towards the major championships. So that's why when I say to you about execution of races with any of these young guys, I always say to you that it's very important because you get to run, you get to make mistakes in race. You make in race mistakes and clear off the rust against real raw competition. So for the athletes that are competing, there are certainly there's some athletes that are competing that probably need to make standards still. So right. All of these races, Jason, would be very, very important for them to run fast because it moves them up the list and qualifies them to compete. Now, all of the stars that you're talking about that I just mentioned, that everyone's like, sub 10 and whatever, no problems, bro. I mean, they can work through any of these competitions. It doesn't really matter what place they come. They're going to make it to the World Championships. So I always look at what it is that they're doing. Maybe I can determine what sort of speed work they're doing based upon how they run. But the objective for me and the objective for them is to stay healthy, execute, make and correct as many mistakes as possible. Try and figure out, your in-race relaxation, working on whatever you're working on during the competition, getting ready for the World Championships. But I mean, I don't put a lot of credence on the Diamond League because that's what because I personally didn't do that because I didn't have to qualify for a major championship. So in a sense, when I was competing, I would be Kishane or Noah. Like I was a reigning champion. So I never had to worry about all those things. But these athletes, there's some that are trying to make it. There's some that are trying to run fast. There's some that's trying to get a contract. There's some that's trying to, make more money. So yes, there's some on the table for most of the athletes. You also want to remain consistent. But all in all, I mean, I will observe what they do and hope that they all get out, execute, do what they need to do, and stay healthy on the road to Japan.
I think the number is 20 Jamaicans, if I'm not mistaken, competing at the Gyulai Memorial coming up tomorrow. Yeah, it's quite a few. Even in the deuce, you got Kadrian Goldson, you got Adrian Kerr, Brian Lavelle obviously is one that's many are going to keep an eye on, and the South Africans as well, Ben Richardson, Wade Van Niekerk. So even the deuce looks to be a really good race.
I want to see Wade. I want to see how Wade is doing. Yes, I mean, yes, for all the athletes you just mentioned. But again, As a fan, I want to see how Wade is doing. He has not competed. Well, I think he hasn't competed since, from what I recall, like early in the year at the South African Championships, which is their summer. I think their summer is in like February or March or something, and he hasn't competed since then. So I'd like to see what he's doing. I mean, he's coming from coming back from surgery. He is the 400-meter world record holder, and I'd like to see what he's doing. I like for him to be in tremendous shape. I would love for him to be in tremendous shape in Japan.
Yeah, oh for sure. And he's not exactly young. 33 in everyday life is young, but when you're talking track and field athletes, it is
Right.
kind of getting up there, right? Just kind of getting up there. Ladies side going the deuce, Ashanti Moore, Daryl Nita, Favor Ophelia, just some of the names that just come to the forefront there. So the deuce lacking some of the bigger names, but it does give some of the others in here a chance to, step up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and the ladies, again, they've all made their squads. They're all going to Japan. So what are they gonna do? Like, what lessons are they gonna? What messages are they gonna send now? So I mean, here's the thing. I've competed in Brussels many times, and so here's what happens in Brussels. It's really hot, Jason, or it rains. So I'm hoping that it's really hot, so we can at least get some good times for all the athletes that are competing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All I want is, and I say this all the time, not 100%, because I don't think anybody is ever 100%, but I just want them to be at the best that they can possibly be. And that way we can get a result as to who the top runner is. But that's just, what's going on in Budapest. By the way, that meet back in Budapest for the first time since 2014. On the weekend, we shuffle off to Poland for the Silesia Diamond League affair. And my goodness, this is one that for many, it's must-see TV. We'll start with the men going 100. Kenny Bednarek, yes, Noah Lyles, Akeem Blake's supposed to be there, Trayvon Bromell, Christian Coleman, Courtney Lindsay, Akini Simbine. Oh, yes, Kishane Thompson. So we got it all.
Well, what you just mentioned to me is the World Championship Finals, bro. Maybe missing one or two names.
Yeah.
But what you just mentioned to me is the absolute World Championship Finals. So yes, whatever you just said, I will be. You can send me the link so I can watch it live too, because that's gonna be fireworks, man. And yeah, I'm gonna see how Kenny reacts to Noah. I'm gonna see if he runs relaxed. We know that. I mean, Noah's used to doing what he does, right? So It doesn't matter, and he's definitely in the heads of a lot of athletes, a lot of sprinters that are competing. But I want to see Kenny's relaxation. At the trials he ran, awesome. So I want to see if he runs that relax. I mean, again, Noah's been here. If he gets out of the blocks last, he is going to stay in the pocket and he's going to execute. We already know that. Kishane, again, working on his craft and finalizing and detailing his execution is paramount with this the strength of this 100-meter finals.
Yeah.
But again, anybody can go out there and win or lose in this particular race and go to Japan and win there. There's only one medal there's only one of these places that are handing out medals, and that's Japan. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this too. I mean, it's going to be fun.
And you're right. I want to see if Kenny can keep it together mentally. Right. Don't you know what I mean? Don't try to do something that you don't have to do because you want to get revenge on Noah. Just run your race. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And you're right. There are names in there that we haven't mentioned, like Fred Curley won this race last year. Obviously, Let's See Like Taboho is another one. Oblique Seville. So those are just some of the names. But man, oh man, what a hell of a race that is going to be. I can't wait. Even on the ladies' side going 100, it's going to be the return of Sha'Carri Richardson. She needs to get back on track, literally, figuratively, literally as well. Melissa is going to be there. Jefferson Wooden. We're going to get, I want to say Tina Clayton won this race last year, if I'm not mistaken, as a 19-year-old or 20-year-old, one of the two, something like that. But I'm pretty sure she's the defending champ. She's there. And you got Dina Asher Smith. You still got Talu as well. So another stacked affair.
Well, you're the stats man, so I mean, I'm sure. I know that there was a major meet that Tina won last year, or
I
one
think
of the
like
Clayton
her
twins won
debut.
last year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that might be it.
Okay.
I'm not believe me. I'm not going to argue with you with that. But yeah, listen, dude. Sha'Carri Richardson
Mm,
is probably the. I mean, other than Sydney, is the most talked about, uh, and and um, and well, famous of all the track and field athletes running today. And
right.
certainly she's we know that at the trials, going to the trials, she's been fighting some demons. Like I said earlier, you cannot ever go into competition where you want the very best out of your body and you're not pouring into that body
Hmm.
all what you need to get out of it, which is food, sleep, rest, mentally, psychologically um, prepared. So hoping that all is well with her, and she's ready to run. I mean, I'd like to see her at her best too. I want to see 10-7 Sha'Carri. That's what I'd like to see. Because 10-7 Sha'Carri makes it very interesting with Julian, and with Melissa, and of course with the Jamaicans. So the Shelly-Ann, um, and Shericka and Tina. So yeah, dude, I want to see her come back to what made her, or gave her the ability to fly down the track. So hopefully, whatever it is that she's fighting, whatever drama that was there, it's
Hmm.
out of the way, and she can, yeah, dude, she can get on the track and go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. Eva Svoboda, Jason Sears, and Leah Hobbs running out the field. Might have been Tia, actually. Just come. I always get them twins mixed up, Tia and Tina. It might have been
That's all
Tia.
right.
I think it was actually Tia that won the race last year at
They're
Silesia.
both they're both talented.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
not. Yes.
100%. Yeah, 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 for sure. 100%. When you get to the deuce now, expected to line up in the race. Some of the big names: Brittany Brown, Amy Hunt, Shericka Jackson. So she's up in the ante now because she's going to run in Budapest and then a few days later show up to run in Poland. Daryl Nita, Fable Philly. So that's another good looking race.
All ladies that, I mean, you just mentioned six names just now,
Mhm.
that should be in the World Championships finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So again, I would love to see Shericka do battle with Julian in Japan. I would love to see, well, let's think about this. I'd love to see Shericka, Julian, Melissa, Gabby. I might be missing a couple of names, but I
yeah,
would like to see. But the thing is, we know that Shericka is a 21-4 lady,
right.
um, and I would like to see Shericka. I would like to see 21-5, 21-6 Shericka, in at the like, obviously we're talking about, like, for me, I'm talking about when previewing everything, including worlds here. And so what I'm doing is, when I look at this race and I see the amount of very strong women that are in this race, I would like to see Shericka just get back on track, and I want to see, if she goes mid high 21, then she's on track, to give Julian and Melissa a real race.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to look forward to. And it's interesting, even with the women, when you talk about the 400 now, the hurdles, because Sydney McLaughlin is definitely doing the flat. But that kind of opens things up now for other people. Obviously, Femke Bol comes to mind, but you got Dalila Muhammad, who's also in the mix there. That said, don't forget about me. And there's some others as well. I mean, I'm mentioning this because our fans say, hey, we don't talk about the jumps enough, right? I mean, the 100-meter women's final is going to be strong as well. So we just got to at least mention that because we don't want to get them upset.
Jason, you should apologize to everybody.
Yeah, I tried to.
Well, first of all, I'm not, well, dude, I'm not going to put you out there like that. At the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of the sport. I
Yes,
certainly give love to all the throwers and the jumpers. You know this, pole
which you
vaulters,
do. Yeah, you do.
when they do significant things. But we all know in track and field, the 100 meters is actually what counts.
Yes.
Yes, I am biased. Yes, I'm saying it. Yes, I'm probably going to get pushback from it, but it doesn't matter to me. I mean, listen, I have the medals and the world records to support that, so I'm okay with it. I also have the absolute support with millions of fans around the world and full stadiums. But you're right. You're right, Jason. We are people now, and this podcast is about um, hanging out and having dialogue and interaction with our fans. So if something is there that you want us to talk about, and I think that I have enough chops to talk about it,
There we
then
go.
I'll do it. Then I'll do it. But yes, there is no chance that any of you who's ever watched us, can say that we don't give love to everybody in our sport. We give love to other sport too.
That's right. That's what we're all about, the love. That's what it's all about. Femke Bull, Rochelle Clayton, another name that comes to mind, and a Cockrell. It just goes on and on. Hey, the Canadian. I want to see how she does. Savannah Sutherland recently celebrated her birthday. She's one, I think, that's gonna, make a big splash potentially in this race.
I would like to see. Actually, did she go pro yet? Do you know?
I think she has. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
she has signed a pro deal. So I'm
Then
pretty sure
then
she has
then
done.
then here's the thing. A
Okay.
small town girl from Canada
Yeah.
went to the NCAA system, which is still the best place to prepare
Right.
for professional track and field. She went there and dominated. So yes, Sarah, I want you to go there and just
Savannah.
continue that streak. Savannah,
Mm-hmm.
my fault. See that? That's why Jason's here.
All
That's
good.
why Jason's here. All right. So I'm looking forward to see what Savannah is going to do versus the top the top 400-meter hurdles. Listen. At the end of the day, if Sydney's not competing,
Yep.
you know what? Savannah, win. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, go for the gold, man. Why not? I mean, again, I'm definitely not half stepping on Femke, not at all. But I'm saying to you that, after a long season, Savannah has not competed since. Well, she have competed since the season. Then at trials, then she's jumping in right now in the frying pan with all the pros. Go get it. Go get it and let them know that you're unafraid of any of them.
We got one bit of business left to do. It's called the anchor leg, and we're going to run that right now.
A clean exchange with Donovan Bailey is pouring it on.
Talked about being a show for the people, of the people, by the people. So there's some things that the people would like you to address, Donovan. This segment brought to you always by the Great Canadian Sauce Company. Nigeria recently had their nationals, and I don't know if you heard about this, but the men's 5,000-meter final was delayed. They end up running in the dark. The fans put their flashlights on their phone on the track. They completed the race in the dark. 12 and a half laps, darkness. How does it even happen?
Well, I know nothing about I don't know anything with thousands of meters, Jason. I know nothing about. Also, I don't know about running in the dark. But here's one good thing
Right.
about the 5,000-meter that I do know.
Okay.
There's no lane assignments. So
Right.
after the start, all you got to do is make sure that your foot doesn't touch the concrete in the inside lane. So listen, you do what you got to do. Nobody ever said that track and field was easy, and also nothing good comes easy. So if the fans are helping you with, first of all, what happened with the stadium lights?
The lights
That's crazy.
malfunctioned. The lights didn't work. That's what I'm saying. Like, you as an athlete, you pay to get into a competition. You're expecting certain things. Lighting, being one of them, right? Water being another.
I'm assuming the timing device didn't work either.
I guess not. I was just trying to catch piece of it. This is ridiculous.
If the kids got it in It's a 5,000 meters, if they all got it in, then great on them, man. I mean, show the dedication and commitment of these incredible people.
Yeah, I just understand why they didn't just run it a different day. But anyways, it is what it is.
That's how it goes.
Another, yeah, exactly. Another one of our viewers wanted me to ask you about, would you ever, what's your thoughts on, and would you ever have done anything like this? It's called a beer mile. So you run one lap, then you have to chug a beer. And then you do that continuously until you've run your mile. By the time you're done, that's 4 beers you will have chugged and also run a mile. Can you do that?
Well, I don't like beer.
What if it was wine?
So one, I don't like beer. 2, I think the craziest thing in the world. Well, first of all, I'm a pro. So if you're talking about a weekend warrior, and they're doing the beer mile, listen now, go at it. I mean, this is like racing a car or a horse. I mean, to me, this is great. This is great fan. Like it's like a fan event. But you've got to be out of your mind. No, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, alcohol dehydrates your body. So I don't even know. Okay, the answer is no. Answer is I can't run a mile. It's impossible for me to run 1 mile, much less run 1 mile and consume alcohol. That'd be crazy. But for those who are doing it, congratulations. I'm cheering you on.
It is unreal. So a Canadian by the name of Corey Belmore has won like 5 years in a row. So just listen to this quickly. The beer must be at least 355 milliliters or 12 ounces in volume, no less than 5% alcohol content. You can choose your own beer. It can be a bottle or a can. And by the way, if you throw up, that's an extra lap.
Dude, of course, listen, I get this. Of course, it's a Canadian winning this. Of course. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised because obviously the Irish and the Brits drink a lot of beer, but clearly the Canadians are in better shape.
Fair enough. And one final question we have. A viewer wants to know, jumps, hurdles, was it ever on your radar at any point of your career? Because obviously you sprinted the 100 meters, but did you ever think of doing the 110 hurdles?
No, dude. Here's the thing. I mean, I think that I used to long jump and triple jump and high jump when I was much younger.
Okay.
Those are still all power events, power speed events. The hurdles, man, I just can't. Like I always think about, I think that Grant Holloway is one of the greatest athletes out there. Remember, Jason, I always say to you, I don't know why it is that he's not part of the relay pool for America, but it is what it is. Yeah. I think that the hurdlers are some of the most talented people in the world because I like understanding that every single track event, especially the speed event, are so technical. Imagine if you're running the 100 meters and you have a barrier, you have several barriers in front of you. So I'm saying to you, no, I've never ran the hurdles, but I got to tell you, man, I have so much respect, for the athletes. I mean, Colin Jackson is a very good friend of mine. Mark McCoy, very good friend of mine. Yep. These people are spectacular for what they do. I mean, again, like I said, and I've said to you many times on this podcast, I think that Grant Holloway is one of the greatest athletes that's competing. I would stick Grant Holloway in a 100-meter flat, 110 hurdles, 200 meters, 400 meters, 400-meter hurdles. And I don't know, America, why he's not part of the relay program.
We'll leave it right there. I can't wait for next time because we're going to recap Silesia, going to recap the Gyulai Memorial, and Shericka Jackson is going to do something big. That's my prediction. She's going to do something big. That is my prediction. As always, need to shout out our good friends at Biopods and the Great Canadian Sauce Company for their continued sponsorship of this program. Jason Portwano saying thank you, as always, for the company. DB, take us out.
Until next time, man. Until next time. Keep subscribing. Keep liking. Peace out.